Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Vicki Chats podcast. I have two very special guests in the studio with me today, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're shifting gears here on Vicki Chats. I've got the two automotive professionals joining me for the ride. Michael Spaulding Jr., sales manager, and Edwin Mulbah, sales associate, with Dale Howard Auto Center in Waverly. So Michael it's been a journey. His journey is anything but ordinary. Originally from Janesville, Wisconsin, he came to Iowa to attend Iowa State University. Go Cyclones, by the way.
Go Cyclones.
Yeah, go Cyclones. And he started out studying mechanical engineering, discovered a passion for design, and then took an unexpected turn into the automotive industry. What began as a part-time sales position eventually became an 8+ year career, taking him from sales consultant to finance manager and now sales manager with the Dale Howard Auto family. And along the way, Michael and his wife Paige made Waverly their home, while Michael became involved with the Auto and Mentoring Program and United Way. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
And Edwin Mulbah, yay! Originally from Monrovia, Liberia, Edwin built a new life in Waterloo, Iowa. Through perseverance, faith, hard work, and an incredible willingness to keep moving forward, his path has taken him through customer service, manufacturing, operations, and human services, along with studies in administrative office management at Hawkeye Community College. Edwin is a valued member of the sales team at Dale Howard Auto Center in Waverly, one of Iowa's most respected family-owned dealerships, known for its outstanding customer service, strong community involvement, and commitment to helping customers find the right vehicle for their needs. Dale Howard Auto Center has earned the trust of Iowa families for generations, and Edwin plays an important role in carrying on that tradition. Ed's story is about setting fabulous cars, selling them, setting people into the right vehicle, starting over, finding opportunity, building relationships, and becoming a highly valued presence in the community. Welcome, Edwin Mulbah.
Thank you, Vicki.
Oh,
Thank you for having me.
thank you. It's such a pleasure and such an honor. Michael and Ed, welcome to Vicki Chats. I'm so glad you're both here.
Thank you. I'm glad
Yes.
to be here.
My pleasure. Okay, so let's get right to the fun. So tell me, Edwin, let's start at the very beginning. What was life like for you growing up in Monrovia, Liberia?
So as far as I can remember, before we moved here, like I remember playing in the sand, everyone being happy,
Yeah.
and going over to my grandma's house, and
Cute.
they lived like pretty much. It was like their house was here, and then ours was right here.
Oh.
And there was like a little waterway.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really a good time. My mom worked at a newspaper company,
Nice.
and my dad had his own business.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it was a
love
great
it.
time, like a lot of family, and I just remember everything just being fun and just
Aw.
happy, and I just really miss it,
Yes,
honestly.
of course, of course. And tell me, Edwin, what brought you from Liberia to the United States, and what do you remember most about those early days in building a new life here?
So, for the most part, so we play this thing called, it's almost like a lottery to come to America. Like
Okay.
I just repeated. It's called the diversity visa, actually, to be more specific. So my parents won that, and then we ended
Okay.
up moving here. So and they wanted us to have a better life. So when they first came, they moved to New Jersey.
Okay.
We didn't come yet, so we had to wait like a year.
Yeah.
It was overpopulated there, and they just didn't like the environment. So we were separated for a year, and then they had a friend that lived in Waterloo, and they thought that would be a better fit for us. And then they sent for us after that. And then when I came here, I was in third grade. Started off at Lincoln
Wow.
Elementary School.
Nice.
It was really hard, with like the different accent and getting used to
Yes.
everything.
Of course.
So.
Absolutely. Lincoln Elementary.
Yep.
I love Lincoln. That's beautiful. And Michael, take us back to Janesville, Wisconsin. What was young Michael like growing up, and what did you originally envision for your future?
Growing up, I was super active. Rode my bicycle everywhere. Wasn't into sports right away. I took on sports later in life. but had a real big focus on drawing and arts, working on model cars, which I still do as a hobby. But just hanging out with friends. I was a little more shy, so I didn't have a lot of friends, but eventually kind of came out of my shell and flourished in academics and sports.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
As far as jobs, I knew I wanted to do something with cars eventually. That's always been my biggest passion is cars and trucks and anything that has an engine that moves you through space.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
But didn't really know how to get there early on. And that's how I kind of came up to ISU. I had a teacher recommend going to Iowa State University and said that their engineering program was one of the best.
Wow.
I thought that would be the path for me before making that change and discovering that actually industrial design was really where I needed to be and where my heart was. So.
Oh my gosh. And you eventually moved from sales consultant to finance manager and then sales manager. What has each position taught you about leadership?
In sales, as a sales consultant, it was a lot of it was you're learning, you're absorbing, you're really honing in on your craft to make sure that our guests get the very best experience possible.
Okay.
And so from that point, the leadership is more leading by example. So I went from being new to kind of being more of the veteran and really leading by example on what's the best practice on taking care of your guests. From there, the consistency is really important. When I made the transition to an F&I manager, it's kind of a natural progression. You really need to have an understanding of what happens in the business office in order to do a better job as a sales manager. And so that was kind of the natural progression for most dealerships.
Okay.
And one of the things it teaches you is you're in a management role, but you don't necessarily manage people. You manage a process.
Got you.
So understanding that part of it and the responsibilities as a more of a manager rather than a leader, which kind of gave you the foundation of what I'm doing now. And both as a sales manager, I have a responsibility to my sales consultants, help them, train them, be an example for them, and manage them. But then also manage processes and all of those things kind of come together in my current position.
Wonderful. And Edwin, can I get you to move over just a little
Yes,
bit?
of
Thank you.
course,
There we go. Yes, because they want to see all of you. All right, here we go. Edwin, moving to a new country requires an incredible amount of courage and perseverance. What was one of the biggest challenges you had to overcome?
I got bullied a lot, so
Oh,
that was definitely the hardest.
Oh, you poor
But
dear, no.
I feel like that made me stronger, so I probably needed that
There you
too.
go.
So-
Much stronger.
And just getting to learn everything, so I'm really grateful for that.
Yes.
Definitely like just the new, food and everything.
Yes, the new food.
I'm really not, I wasn't used to that.
Right, exactly.
So now it's like, it was like a cultural shock for me.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And like the accents and everything, so it's like I had to like adapt to everything.
Right.
So that was definitely a little bit harder.
I
But
love it.
But I always say by like endurance you conquer, so
Conquer.
I'm happy for
love
the
it.
experience and everything.
Exactly. And you eventually made Waterloo, Iowa home. What was it about this community that made you want to stay and build your life here?
I just like how welcoming everyone is and family oriented and just it's not very populated, like overly crowded.
Right.
And it's just easy to like maneuver.
Yeah.
Especially in like high traffic areas. Like I just like the area and everyone here is just super kind. It's highly diverse.
Right.
You have your Bosnian community and
Yes.
just different culture. And I just like to experience that and
Right.
meet different people and I'm just really grateful for that.
Oh, that's beautiful. And also, you studied administrative office management at Hawkeye College and have worked in several different fields. How did those experiences prepare you for automotive sales?
I believe it's just a customer service aspect
Yes.
and listening, treating people with respect, taking your time with them,
Right.
not rushing, and just
not rushing.
just making a list and just trying to figure out their needs and wants like what Michael was saying.
Right.
It's not so much of what they really need. It's
Exactly.
yeah. It's not what they want actually, but what they need.
Yeah, right.
And try to fit that within and find them whatever. If it's the vehicle, for example.
Yeah.
So
tell me, today's customers can research almost everything online before they walk into a dealership lot. So does that make your job easier or harder?
I think it's a little bit of both, especially if they're, if they have their guard up,
Sure.
if they don't want to open up about, budget or something like that. So then we don't know where to start.
So this is for both of you. You both work in automotive sales, but you've taken very different roads to get there. What do you think your different life experiences bring to the dealership?
Perspective.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say I'm a big believer in that everyone has a different perspective and everyone has something to add to the overall experience. We learn something from everybody, and learning from Ed, and trying to make sure that, for example, in my position, managing Ed, but also helping him work with his customers, just understanding, seeing things through his perception or perspective, gives me a new perspective and allows me to help him better serve him and help him serve his guests. Same for, I believe, Ed, is being able to rely on my experience and knowledge and what I've learned and gained through my, decade basically of doing this, allows him to grow and flourish.
Oh, yay.
I agree with that, especially if there's objection and I don't think I can overcome some of it.
Right.
And I get really frustrated or hard on myself, and I have to rely on my manager to help me. So I have to agree with that, certainly.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And again, for both of you, what is the single biggest misconception people have about buying a vehicle?
This one, it's kind of harder to answer because there's a number of them that are out there. There's a lot of misconceptions.
Yeah.
One of the hurdles that we have, going back to the earlier question on, everything being online and shopping online, information is readily available.
Right.
And unfortunately, online, both factual and infactual information is readily available. So some people, they read something and they believe that that's the best way to buy a vehicle, and they're very guarded because they feel that the dealership is trying to find every which way to make a lot of money, and that's honestly not the case.
No.
There's very little profit in each car. The idea is volume. We need to sell enough cars to earn a living, and for some people, they just perceive that because it's a $20,000 vehicle that there's $20,000 worth of profit, and that's just not it.
No, of course not.
Everything being online does make it in some ways easier because you can compare everything. You can shop, and we're a fully transparent dealership, so we can show you how we're getting to where we are and why we're priced the way we are, why we have the value built in. But that's kind of been the biggest misconception I've found, is that everyone thinks that we're really out there to sell a bunch of cars, and that's not the case. We have cars for people to purchase. And that different philosophy of, I'm here to help you find the right vehicle rather than I'm trying to sell you something.
Right.
It's there's a lot of people that have bad experiences and can completely relate and understand that. It's just learning that, and helping our guests understand that that's not who we are, that every experience is different. As sales consultants, we also are people. So the relationship goes both ways. We gotta help one another. It's better to be kind and transparent with each other because, again, buying a car should be fun.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, we don't do it every day.
No.
And you're getting something different or new, and whether it's a new car or a used car, whether you need it or you want it, it should still be fun. Even if it wasn't something that was planned, it shouldn't be a bad experience. And that's what we believe in, and I hope that our guests can see that and understand that. And I think that's kind of the misconception, is when you go to a car dealership, it's just going to be a bad experience. And that's really not the case. Not with us anyway.
Yes.
We like to have a lot of fun.
Oh, that's beautiful. Edwin, ultimately attracted you to Dale Howard Auto Center?
I believe it's just the family aspect and the values they stand for. And
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
there's super like welcoming and really nice, and they want to see you succeed, and they try their best to work with you,
I
despite
love
your
it.
faults and everything else within.
Yeah.
So
And what do you enjoy most about helping someone find the right vehicle for themselves and their family?
what I enjoy the most is getting to know them as a person outside of that.
Oh, yeah.
Just going through that CNA with them and finding out what their needs are.
Right.
And breaking down everything.
Yes.
And putting the car sales aside for a minute and just
Yeah.
getting to really deep, and then getting back to business. That's my favorite part, I feel like.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And this question is for Michael. What do you think makes a great car salesperson in today's market?
You have to be able to listen. You got to be attentive. We're not reinventing the wheel.
No.
The best sales consultants I've ever met, whether they're selling cars or really any product, are the individuals who can listen, who can be attentive and decipher between wants and needs.
Yes.
If you're looking to buy a vehicle and it's strictly a want, there's no necessity about it. There's no I have to have this. There's not even a practical vehicle. It's just a fun car. There's still that kind of deciphering. Okay, what's the most important,
Yeah.
and how can we make what we have available, or what can we get for you to fulfill that want or need. When it comes to needs, certain features might be very important, but overall understanding, okay, here's a vehicle, is this specific color the most important over these other features?
Right.
And really just being a consultant, just being attentive and listening is the most important. Patience is important, and then understanding, the pacing. I would say the ability to turn it on and move at the pace the guest wants, whether they need to go slow down or speed up.
Right.
That's important, and that comes again from communication and listening.
Yes, yes. And how do you help customers separate the I want this from the actually I need this when they're shopping for a vehicle?
Conversations, really just talking to them and asking and being direct. If someone's asking for a specific car, we have in our early introduction, after we've met them and we sit down, we talk and we start out that consultative approach.
Right.
It's okay, you're after this type of vehicle, you're looking for third row, and you start asking, what are the most important things? What are the deal breakers? And if I can get those things for you, and not necessarily narrowing it down to one specific car that may not exist, but getting into something that would fit, and asking them, the other important question is budget. If I can get these features that fit within this budget, would that work? And being, my feelings don't get hurt if I don't have the right car. It's just let me do what I can to find the right car.
Yeah.
People, believe it or not, they get surprised. They'll come in on a specific vehicle thinking that was exactly what they had to have. Some people come in and they say, I have to have a Dodge Durango. And then after we have an opportunity to work with them, a Chrysler Pacifica is actually more practical. It is more cost effective, and it provides more utility for them. And they turn around and say, this was a better experience because I got more than what I wanted. I got what I needed, and I still got things that were important. So
wow.
Having that ability to listen and kind of separate the wants and the needs by really kind of honing in on what's the most important for our guests.
How fascinating.
Yeah.
What about color?
Color. I'd never like to necessarily nail it down to a specific color unless that's exactly what the customer's looking for. But our guests, we try to stick with, do you like warmer colors, cooler colors? Do you want something that's a neutral color? What's important to them? And by opening it up to warm or cool, neutral versus bright, it doesn't necessarily narrow down our options. Maybe there's a number of vehicles that are out there between white, silver, black, or gray. And if we're looking for silver and gray, now we have a couple more options rather than just one that may not be available.
Yes. Edwin, your background includes a lot of customer service experience. How has that helped you connect with people walking into a dealership lot?
I think I can just relate with them more and be more personable.
Nice.
And instead of making this process more scary, that
Yeah.
I'm like trying to haunt their pockets or
Yeah,
something.
right.
And just with the company, also makes it less. It's not like we're totally like commission based too. So it's not like just because we don't sell a car, we don't eat.
Right.
They make it more
Right.
like every Friday we have the option where we get paid, so we don't have to haunt our customers because
Yes.
So I like that, and
Of course.
yeah, it's just a good value overall. So I just try to relate with them and let them know that I'm here. We're gonna take our time and find them the right vehicle.
There you go.
So
And what's the most important thing you want a customer to feel, Edwin, when they leave Dale Howard Auto Center, even if they don't buy a vehicle that day?
I want them to feel we care and we want to earn their business no matter what.
Yes.
And even though we didn't earn their business, we're still here for service or anything else they need.
Oh, yeah.
Or if in the future, if they
Right.
want to come and use us. Or they can recommend us to a friend.
Yeah, there you go. I love that.
So.
Yes.
Appreciated, I think, is the big word.
Yeah.
We want them to feel appreciated.
Yeah.
Yes, appreciated. Yes, of course. And have you ever had a customer experience that reminded you this is exactly why I do what I do and I love it?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about that.
I would say when I went in actually to get my oil change, and they couldn't get me in, I think right away, but they were able to move appointments back just to be able to get me in the hour.
Oh.
And they just went above and beyond for me and gave me a ride home that day.
Aww.
And, they didn't need to do all that stuff. And then even give me a discount coupon on top of it.
Yes.
It's going above and beyond.
I love it.
And this is what Dale Howard does too. They have we have our shuttle drivers that go and pick up cars and things like that. They just make it more convenient for you. And then when you purchase a vehicle from us, we have our Dale Howard Promise.
Okay.
You get a full tank of gas. This is for our certified vehicles, though. 2 sets of keys.
Gas?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then pick up and delivery between 30 miles.
Pick up and delivery in 2 sets of keys.
Yeah, but certified only.
Yep. All vehicles will receive the Dale Howard Promise, which is we have a 3-day vehicle exchange.
Okay.
We have the first oil changes on us.
Nice.
We have our Loaner for Life program.
Okay.
So if you're able to come back and work with us, service with us, whether it's a service or a repair, we guarantee a loaner. And then if you're within 30 miles of the dealership, give or take,
Yeah.
we have our pickup and delivery. So
Nice.
we're able to take care of our customers, whether they're at work, at home, at play. We're able to pick up their vehicle, service it, bring it back to them.
Wow. Even
which
at
is
play.
huge. Even at play, yeah.
Wow.
If you're at soccer game, soccer practice,
Oh my gosh.
and get some time to kill, we can get it taken care of.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Our Dale Howard certified vehicles are any vehicle within 10 years of age,
Okay.
from the current model year and under 100,000 miles, in addition to the Dale Howard Promise, would then receive guaranteed 2 sets of keys, full tank of fuel, our 3-month, 3,000 mile powertrain warranty. So kind of putting all that together. But we try to go above and beyond to make sure our guest is taken care of with the most important things that are important to them.
That's incredible. So this is for both of you to answer. What is the single biggest misconception people have about buying a vehicle?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I know Michael kind of touched on it earlier, but there was a guy that came in that was going to use ChatGPT to try to negotiate on a vehicle.
What?
But I think it's he just thinks we're all just trying to make a whole bunch of money, and the company is. But I think between my manager and John, our general manager, they purchase a software that prices our vehicle fairly. on like between like a certain like radius
Yeah.
to make it look pretty, like a really good deal.
Right.
So it's like, and then with what we have into it, so people are actually coming from other states to buy our vehicles, and they just think we're making tens and thousands of dollars, but it's not the case.
Yeah, right.
So they try to negotiate like $5,000 off instead of being more reasonable.
Yeah.
So it's like we're already giving you a good deal,
Mm-hmm.
but they still want to budge.
Right.
So so that's some misconception I see.
Wow.
When I'm dealing with certain customers, they don't want to be reasonable when it comes to pricing because they think we're making tens and thousands of dollars, but it's not the case.
Of course.
But we're priced fairly. There was a guy that I just had that drove all the way from Illinois just to come to Deal Howard in Waverly because we're priced fairly than all the people around him. So
I love it.
So it looks like the software is working.
Yeah, the software is working. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
So yeah. So that's an example right there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Kind of piggying back off what Ed said, I think a common misconception is that a dealership is not working to be transparent or not trying to do everything we can to put a deal together. I'm not trying to collect these cars. So I have every reason to sell them.
Yeah.
And I've had customers, after we get to a negotiation, they say, well, why don't you think about my offer? And it's like, I've thought about it. I'm not looking to hang on to it. I'm trying to do everything we can to take care of them.
Yeah.
And just, it's I think a overall common misconception is that car buying has to be a chore. And I don't want it to be a chore.
Yeah. Right.
We don't set appointments. We make reservations for our guests.
Exactly.
And we want it to be a good time. We want it to be fun.
And then today customers, we already did that one. How about what advice would you give someone buying their very first vehicle?
Be transparent.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find the best way to buy a car and reading all the different books on the best way to buy a car. Someone will tell you what the best way is to try and make sure that you get the very best deal, but honestly it can lead to a lot of misunderstandings, really bad relationships, because it really does go both ways. We've had guests that just the other day, they thought they knew the best way to buy a vehicle, and they said, well, we're going to pay cash, we're going to, this is what and we negotiate, and well, it turns out that they weren't going to be paying cash, they were going to borrow some money to make that deal happen, and when that happens, there are specific fees that the state charges, we don't keep.
Right.
But the state requires them. They're also on a title application. There has to be a lien holder name. So whether they want to finance through us, which we have very competitive lenders, or they want to go to their own credit union, that knowledge is important because we need to take care of them. And being a dealership, being a facility that does everything by the book, that information is important. So just being honest, be transparent, say, hey, this is what I'm after, and if you can help me with that, I'd like to purchase a vehicle from you, and vice versa.
Yeah.
If you're honest with me and I'm honest with you, I can help you find a car.
Right.
I've had the opportunity to earn your business, and ultimately our goal is if we provide a good experience, we'd like to continue doing that.
Oh, gosh,
We'd like to be your place to buy a vehicle. And I know when I go out shopping for furniture, I'd like to go to the same spot because that person now knows me. They know my home. They know what I'm after, and I don't have to go through the same process. I've built a relationship with that person that's got my interests, at heart.
Yes. And Dale Howard has families who return generation after generation. Why do you think that kind of customer loyalty happens?
For those same reasons.
Yeah.
When I left what is now DeArmond of Ames and seized this opportunity, I got a chance to meet Tony and his family before coming on. And it's important to me to work with a family that is really after the same, that has the same moral fiber that I have. That's after the same goal that I have, is just taking care of people. And once I got an opportunity to meet Tony and his family and the organization, I knew some of the individuals that worked with Tony, and they're like characters, so it was kind of an easy thing for me once I saw that, and I said, yep, this is the group of people that I want to work with. And we're often at work more than we are at home, and so this is my family away from my family, and that was important, and just understanding that like these are the people that I want to work with, and
Right.
by taking care of our guests, they in turn take care of us for generations.
Yes.
We become the place that they trust,
Right.
and that's so important. That's invaluable. It really is.
Exactly. Edwin, how would you answer that question? The generation after generation, Dale Howard's family's return. Why do you think that kind of customer loyalty
I think
happens?
Michael kind of said pretty much what I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just you treat people right, and they'll return the same
Yes.
favor back.
There you go. Yep, exactly. Okay, so let's have some fun. What is the funniest, strangest, or most unexpected thing either of you has ever experienced during a vehicle sale?
I've had a lot of experiences, both as a sales consultant, F&I manager, now a sales manager. Some we can't necessarily share, but
No, come on.
the one experience that really stood out to me that I
Yeah.
believe was really, really just an awesome experience, both as a sales consultant, but then also for my guests. I have some friends that are still buying vehicles with me.
Yeah.
They lived in central Iowa. This gentleman, George, came in looking for a specific truck. His
Okay.
company was going to be buying for him. I was able to help him. I was still very new, very green, so I
sure,
definitely got some help from my
course.
manager. But I found the truck,
Yeah.
and then when it was time for him to take final delivery of the vehicle, he brought his wife, Sherry, in.
Nice.
She was so impressed with the experience that I was providing that a couple weeks later she brought in her sister, Tina, who was in the market for a car.
Okay.
And Tina was in an overnight test drive from another dealership, which my manager is immediately like, "Hey, here's an opportunity."
Yeah. Right.
In the sales world, we like to also have some fun, have some
Yeah.
play games, and
Right.
it's kind of a feather in the cap if you're able to take a competitor's vehicle back to them.
Ooh. There
So-
you go.
I worked with Tina to find the right car. That was the most important thing, and we test drove probably half a dozen cars.
Ooh. Wow.
She had told me, "Michael, I don't want a Durango." Her sister Sherry loved her Durango,
Yeah.
and something going on. I think it was sisterly competition.
Ooh.
Did not want a Durango, but every vehicle we looked at that wasn't a Durango wasn't a right fit.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she was looking to scale back from her Suburban to a smaller car, and finally it's like, let's just drive a Durango.
Yeah.
And on that test drive, both Sherry and Tina kind of fell in love with it, and working out the deal, Tina ultimately bought a black on black Durango, which is 100% not what she wanted when she started. Was I do not want a triple black Durango.
Oh my gosh.
They live on gravel. But she
sure.
took it home. And her sister Tina at the same time said, "You know what, Michael? I want another Durango."
Oh.
So I sold both of them Durangos. George and Chad, Tina's husband Chad.
Oh my God.
George and Chad came in, and at the end of the night, we kind of wrapped everything up. But in between that, I was able to go to Des Moines to pick up Tina's Suburban and bring it back.
Oh,
and I got
wow.
that feather in my cap, and it was just an overall really, really cool experience. A lot of laughter, a lot of fun, and it was a whole day of just having fun. And it made the experience. I mean, it was such an impressive, fun experience that Sherry and Tina, Chad and George, they've continued to buy vehicles with me for the last 10 years.
Oh,
I've sold
yes.
Tina 3 different black on black Durangos. And it was that kind of relationship. I've been to Thanksgiving parties,
Oh my.
Christmas cards. So it's been one of those experiences that was that makes you, like you said earlier,
Yeah.
it celebrates, this is why I do what I do.
Yes, right. I love it. Edwin?
I guess for me, maybe in recent times, it would probably be maybe more like a referral thing, I would say. I sold a vehicle to a son, and now he refer his parents, and I'm looking forward to delivering a similar truck, because I think the mom saw the son's truck, and she's a little jealous, I guess, and then now she wants the same truck, so we got one picked out, and she already, they already went through the process, and they're going to be getting it this week. So
Oh my god!
I'm excited about that. So
I
it's really
love
cool.
it.
So
What color?
I believe it's let's say I forgot, but I think it might be gray.
Oh,
Granite
pretty.
crystal.
Is it gray? Granite crystal.
Granite crystal.
Okay.
There
yeah.
you go. Nice.
Sometimes I forget.
Of course you do. It's a minor detail.
So that's really cool. Yeah.
Aw, that's
yeah.
adorable. And finally, gentlemen, when you look 5 years down the road, what do you hope your careers and your impact on the Waverly-Waterloo area community will look like?
You go ahead, Ed.
For me, I see myself definitely still in sales.
Yeah.
Giving back to the community for sure, and going back home is still on my list, and giving back there as well. Just where I am, like where the country I'm from as a whole is like very impoverished, so there's a lot of people that are in poverty. So just maybe doing like something like a nonprofit. That's definitely on my bucket list.
That's
but
beautiful.
Cars is definitely at the heart of my heart. I really like that.
Yeah.
But long term too, I'd like to go into real estate too as well.
Nice.
So those are definitely the two things I feel like would be on my list, and I'm excited for the future.
Nice. I wanted to bring up Ernie Doden's name because he was so significant in your life in encouraging you to follow your passion with vehicles, cars, right?
Yes.
And he's such a sweetheart.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Of course,
yes.
Ernie, thank you for everything that you have done to shape this young man's life. Yes.
Yeah, so Ernie is a mentor.
Yes, a mentor.
He did used to bring a list, would write some things on what I should do and stuff like that.
Cute.
So he's definitely encouraging and gives me really good advice.
Yeah.
So I do look up to him still.
Yes.
Speaking of him, I did try calling him last night.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Return the call, right?
Yes. So,
That's cute.
yeah, but I just, I feel like when my time on Earth is done and everything, I just wanna be proud of what I've done and all the people I've been able to, make connections with and everything. So I'm just looking forward to having a good life, and that's it.
Beautiful.
5 years from now, we're experiencing some big growth right now, and it's exciting.
Yeah.
Our 5-year plan for me is continue to develop my management, and still just 2 years as a sales manager, so it's still very new to that. Still learning a lot of lessons. I go home every day thinking, what could I have done better? 5 years, I'd like to be exploring potentially getting ready for a general manager role. But more importantly, I think for the community, right now our sales goal is to get close to 60 units a month. We've hit a store record with 52 back in May, and we're pacing that this month, which is exciting. We might break another record.
Yeah.
But I'd say with our 5 sales consultants, selling 60 units a month would be important, and then moving up and continuing to go. In 5 years, I'd really like to be selling more than 100 cars out of our location, and hopefully providing an ability for Tony and the Howard family to acquire a third location to help another community. So if we continue to grow and do a great job of serving our community, that allows us to then get to a place where we can continue to help more communities.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. And you're in Iowa Falls, Waverly, and then this next place, which is undisclosed potentially.
Don't know,
we don't know.
Maybe Waterloo.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nothing's set right now, but if we do a good job over the next 5 years, maybe we'll be able to get a third.
Oh, that is so
Really
exciting. Nice. Any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
No, just thank you guys so much for supporting us, supporting our community. Continuing to support Dale Howard. We are very appreciative. We hope that if you are in the market for a vehicle, or if you have a vehicle that you need to service, I hope that we have an opportunity to earn your business and earn your relationship.
There you go. I love it. Edwin?
Yes, if you're in the market for a vehicle, I hope you give us a call. We'll be here to help you. If you're just starting the process or looking around, feel free to reach out. we'll be here to answer any of your questions. Thanks for having us, Vicki.
Thank you, Vicki.
My
Appreciate it.
pleasure. You made my day. It's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. See you next